facing the police every single day.
Alright, this is Lieutenant David Lipker. It is 8:59 a.m. on Tuesday, April 3rd, 2018. The statement is being conducted from Major Michael Anderson, who is a major at the Charlotte County Sheriff's Department. Phone number is, what's your phone number, sir? Statement is being conducted in his office, the Sheriff's Department headquarters. Reference Punta Gorda Police Department Professional Standards number 18-002. Major Anderson, would you please raise your right hand? As a law enforcement officer in the state of Florida, I'm empowered to swear you under oath for the purpose of taking a sworn statement pursuant to Florida State Statute 117.10. Do you, Mike Anderson, solemnly swear or affirm that the statement and testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, thank you, sir. You can lower your right hand. By having you raise your right hand and place you under oath, you're sworn to tell me the truth, not withhold any information. If you lie or withhold any information, you will be committing the offense of perjury. Perjury is a serious crime. Should I find that you lied to me knowingly in the statement, you can be charged under Florida law for violating this perjury statute. Do you understand what I'm explaining about perjury?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, sir. All right, before we began, I gave you, as well as any witness in any IA, a acknowledgement of Florida State Statute form, which is admin 277, which I have in front of me. Is this the form you just signed and read it and acknowledged?
Yes, it is.
Thank you, sir. All right, I do have a few questions as far as this interview is in reference to a complaint filed on your behalf concerning a video which was posted on March 24, 2018, in which you were mentioned and talked about by a member of the Punta Gorda Police Department.
Yeah, I assumed it was me. He just said Mike Anderson. He didn't say Major Mike Anderson, but I just assumed that it was I was the Mike Anderson he was talking about.
Okay. And just for the record, sir, what is your current rank and position within the agency?
I am the major in charge of the Bureau of Law Enforcement for the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office.
Okay. And as far as the video, did you watch the video?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And do you remember what platform you watched it on? Was it YouTube? Was it?
I think it was YouTube. I just got a link from another employee who says that Joe Angelini was on YouTube mentioning my name.
Okay. So, Joe Angelini, what relationship, if any, past or present, do you have with Joe Angelini?
Co-worker in the past.
Okay.
From years ago.
Okay. And currently, as a member of the police department for the city, do you interact with him at all, or?
The last time I interacted with him was when he was running for sheriff, and I was off duty. He was campaigning. It was Funk Fest, and he had just said some bad things about all my law enforcement patrol officers, how lazy they weren't responding to calls. Campaign rhetoric. And I went to him and I said, you know, that's not fair. I don't like you talking bad about the deputies. You can attack the candidate, but my guys are working hard out there doing the best job they can. He says, oh, I wasn't talking bad about him, and that's the last time that we actually had a conversation.
Okay, so that was when he was running for sheriff?
Yeah.
Almost 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Approximately?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he knew that I was obviously loyal to Sheriff PRUMMELL, and obviously he wanted to be sheriff, so.
Okay. Did you guys ever work together?
At the sheriff's office, yeah. We never were on the same squad. Always on different squads. At one time, when I was a sergeant in District 4, he was a sergeant in District 4. I was the senior sergeant, which means I bumped him on shift preference.
Okay. Okay. So that's your present and past relationship. So other than that, the fact that he brought up your name or somebody told you that he was talking about you, would you say that was surprising to you?
Yeah, I was surprised that he would, at a conversation where they're talking about your captain, your chief, past sheriffs, for no reason at all, he would bring up Mike Anderson unless he had some hard feelings towards me.
Okay. Did you see the entire video, which was through Charlotte County COPWATCH?
That's correct. I watched the 14-minute video until the very end where he goes on to something else after the actual physical interview with him. There's some filler at the end of the video. I don't know what it was because I just turned it off then.
And do you know who did the video?
No, I'd never seen the guy. I would assume that it was Andrew Sheets because he mentions that his wife he had to go get his wife, and his wife told him not to be there. So.
Okay, and how would you classify the content of the video? Positive, negative, derogatory?
Derogatory in the light that uniformed law enforcement officers commenting on all these other officers, past sheriffs, even people that he is his supervisors of his own department.
Okay. All right, and Andrew Sheets, your agency has some interaction with him, or do you personally have interaction with him?
I've never met the guy personally. All I know is I see his public records request.
Okay, and what was your reaction or feeling towards the video and you being mentioned in the video?
I felt it. I'm thinking of the right word, but put me in a negative light in the public if they knew that it was Major Mike Anderson they were speaking of, for an incident that obviously never happened. I'll go and polygraph that it never happened. Unless he has some personal knowledge of somebody else and he thought it was me. Mm-hmm. But to me, it just bothers me that when the guy didn't even mention my name, he would bring up my name in a negative light for something that never happened. I'm trying to think of the right word, but it hurt my reputation. I've been here 29 years. As you can see, I quite a career, and for him to try to tarnish my career because he's never attained his goals, I felt is unfair.
Do you have any idea why your name? You mentioned it was pretty much unprovoked. Your name came up.
Correct.
Do you have any reason that your name would all of a sudden be brought up?
I don't know if he holds hard feelings because I didn't back him and I backed PRUMMELL.
Okay. All right. Anything else about the video or about this investigation that would be useful for me, or is it? No,
you would have to just interview all the other people he talked about to form your own conclusions of whether that's something that is positive for the agency or negative for the agency.
Okay, sir. Is there anything you want to add, change, or delete from what you've told me today?
No.
All right, thank you. Is everything you told me in the statement the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, it is.
All right, it is 9:07 a.m. This will end the tape.
COPWATCH, policing the police every single day.
All right, I'm going to put it in front of you. This is Lieutenant Lister, ID number 170. The date and time is, it's going to be Monday, April 9th, 2018. Statement is being conducted from Master Police Officer Joe Angelini. Statement is being conducted in his office at Sally Jones Elementary School in reference to Punta Gorda Police Department report number 18-PSIR 18-001. Joe, would you please raise your right hand? As a law enforcement officer in the state of Florida, I'm empowered to swear you in under oath for the purpose of taking a sworn statement pursuant to Florida State Statute 117.10. Do you, Joe Angelini, solemnly swear or affirm that the statement and testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, thank you. You can lower your right hand. If I have you right, that is working right.
Yeah.
If I have you raise your right hand and place you on oath, you are sworn to tell me the truth and not withhold any information. If you lie or withhold any information, you would be committing the offense of perjury. Perjury is a serious crime. So to find that you lied to be known in this statement, you can be charged under Florida law for violating this perjury statute. Do you understand? I will explain to you about perjury.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Joe. All right. Some of the forms that were served on you and are going to be served on you, which you've already been served and signed. The Admin 230 notification of charges and allegations, correct?
Yes.
This is your signature?
Yes.
Okay. Admin 235 waiver or request to secure counsel. That's your signature?
Yes.
At the time, you weren't sure, but you requested to secure counsel, but today you do not want to counsel. Correct?
No, I sign that as a norm type of thing, but no.
Okay. All right. And today you have no counsel present, correct?
No.
And that's your own decision?
Yes.
Okay. Also, Admin 276, confidentiality of professional standards. This is the form in your signature, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And we have acknowledgement of Florida State Statute, Admin 277, which is given to anybody that I speak to, including the Major Mike Anderson.
Yes.
Okay, that's your signature. And the last one is you were given a law enforcement bill of rights under investigations form, which is Admin 278, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And after your paperwork was served, you were given copies of this, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Also, on Admin 230, I sent you an email, but for technical purposes, there was a spot where complainant name and internal affairs investigator wasn't abundantly clear, and I added that and gave you an additional copy and let you know about it, right?
I'm looking at it the first time, yes.
Remember I put it in your mailbox in an envelope?
I did, but I have not been in there because
Okay.
I've been on vacation for a couple of days.
Okay, and all right.
But I was aware of that because you told me.
Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna two more forms I have to do right now. Okay. This is Admin 240, Administrative Proceeding Rights and Responsibilities. Reference to 18-002. Department policy provides that you're advised of the following rights and responsibilities. You have no right to remain silent. You must fully and truthfully answer all questions that are directly and narrowly related to your official duties and this investigation. If you refuse to answer questions fully and truthfully that are put to you, disciplinary action up to and including dismissal may be undertaken. You may have counsel and any other representative of your choice present with you at this hearing, interrogation, or examination. However, they will not be allowed to participate. And no member shall be compelled to submit to a truth verification examination, computerized voice stress analysis, or polygraph. Nor will a refusal to submit to an examination be determinant in the finding of fact in the case. You may, however, be requested to submit to lineup, a breath or blood test, voice print examination, handwritten samples, etc., as allowed by state statute. Refusal to submit to these tests may be grounds for disciplinary action up to including dismissal. And you are further advised by law any admission that made by you during the course of this hearing, interrogation, or examination cannot be used against you in a subsequent criminal proceeding.
I understand.
That's the form.
I understand, and I will assign.
Okay, just sign under officer. Any questions on that?
No.
You need time to read it?
No.
Okay. All right, you can keep that for 1 second, and I'll sign them at the end. The next form is Admin 255, which is Professional Standards Investigation Warning. I wish to advise you that you're being questioned as part of an official investigation of the Punta Gorda Police Department. You will be asked questions specifically directed and narrowly related to the performance of your official duties or fitness for office. You are entitled to all these rights and privileges guaranteed by the laws and the Constitution of the state and the Constitution of the United States, including the right not to be compelled to incriminate yourself. I further wish to advise you that if you refuse to testify or to answer questions related to the performance of your official duties or fitness for duty, you will be subject to department charges, which could result in your dismissal from the Punta Gorda Police Department. If you do answer, neither your statements nor any information or evidence which is gained by reason of such statements can be used against you in any subsequent criminal proceedings, except for perjury or obstruction of justice, and it cites U.S. v. Veal 1998. However, these statements may be used against you in relation to subsequent department charges. Okay, and that's that form. Just take your time if you need time to read that.
No, I have nothing to hide.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, I'll sign both of these. Thank you, Joe. What time you got? Oh, I got it right here. 11:50. Okay. All right, and you're ready to proceed with the interview?
I am.
Okay.
And I'd like to start off, if I may.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, let me just, before the interview, you were given the opportunity to watch the video again, to review the statement given by the complainant, Major Mike Anderson, and to review my case file, correct?
yeah, I was offered. I don't need to review the video, which I did not review, and I have not reviewed it, and I have not reviewed his statement. I don't need to review his statement because I know what happened that day, and I want to express what happened that day.
Okay. Do you want additional time to review everything?
No, I don't need. I know what happened that day.
Okay.
You know.
Let's proceed with the interview then. Okay. What is your current rank and position?
I'm a school resource officer at the Sally Jones Elementary School, and I'm MPO.
Okay. How long have you been with the Punta Gorda Police Department?
August will be 9 years.
Okay. And before that, law enforcement experience?
26 years with the Sheriff's Office.
Okay. What, if any, is your relationship with Major Mike Anderson?
No relationship at all. He might have at one time, years ago, worked together, or maybe he worked for me. I am not completely sure of that, okay? But we, at one point, worked at the Sheriff's Office together.
Okay. When's the last time you saw Mike Anderson that you recall?
Last time I saw him was probably when I was running for political office.
How long ago was that, approximately?
It's been, I don't know, maybe over a year or 2 years, maybe.
Okay. And just for recollection, this investigation was initiated based upon a March 24, 2018 video of you in a conversation. And the video is approximately 17 minutes long. And it was uploaded to the internet via YouTube by Charlotte County FL COPWATCH 2. And the video was titled COPWATCH Talks to Punta Gorda Cop About Charlotte County Sheriff Corruption. Correct?
I don't know. I've never seen the video. So whatever you're telling me, okay, you're not going to lie to me. So yes, whatever you say to me. And I know in the Cop Watch is Andrew Sheets put that on record, you know, so I know that.
Okay. On Saturday, March 24, 2018, what was your job assignment?
I was working a detail down at the Burnt Store Plaza.
And what was the detail, and what was your job duties?
I was giving out like police paraphernalia, police department paraphernalia, and just talking to people, shaking hands, that type of thing, you know, a public relation type of thing.
Publicly, was it a community services event?
Like community service event, yes.
Was it an Easter egg type?
Oh, it was. Yes, you're right. It was some kind of Easter egg festival or something.
And this is down at 3941 Tammy Trail?
Yes, at Burnt Store Plaza.
Okay. Was it an overtime detail?
Overtime, yes.
But you were getting paid?
Yes.
Were you in uniform?
Yes.
And what equipment did you bring down there for the event, or what was provided for you?
Corporal Provo provided me with like brochures and cups and things like that to hand out to the kids and so forth.
Okay. And were you sitting at a table?
Sitting and standing, doing both.
Okay.
Yes.
And were you underneath the Punta Gorda Police Department tent?
I was.
Okay. This video, which the investigation surrounds this video, as I've already mentioned, on this video, a male approached you and started to engage you in conversation while you were sitting underneath the Punta Gorda Police Department tent. And this male is who?
Andrew Sheets.
Okay. And you know Andrew Sheets is...
I know Andrew Sheets for years. I know Andrew Sheets when I was with the Sheriff's Office. Andrew Sheets was always been very respectful to me. I can always talk to Andrew Sheets. Not like some people may not be able to, but since I had that, going back these years, I spoke with Andrew Sheets. And David, let me just stop you a second, if I may.
Okay.
Listen, David. You know, first of all, I am very sorry for my comments I made. I didn't realize I was being videoed, or I would never had a conversation with Andrew Sheets. Okay, and also, what you don't see in that video is the many conversations that I had with Andrew Sheets. He claimed that he had evidence. I thought this was an unrecorded, private conversation, like we had many other times where we were building upon our previous conversations. And David, I thought this whole thing was a joke. And I'll tell you this. I've ran into Andrew Sheets many times. Andrew Sheets always respected me. I cannot believe this man would have videotaped me and done this. Because I thought he respected me in that way.
What do you know Andrew Sheets as? Do you know what?
Just he's a COPWATCH guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you know about COPWATCH?
Well, I don't see the things. I don't watch them, but I know that he tries to cause problems, especially with not really with the Punta Gorda Police Department, but I know with the sheriff's office. Okay, he's been like that for a long time. You know, because you always hear it. But let me say something. You know, I had another run-in with Andrew Sheets when Chief Lewis was going through his legal funds stuff. I was at Walmart in uniform. Okay, in uniform, working at detail with the socks for kids. Okay, so we didn't have enough. We didn't get enough socks, and so in our trunk for socks for trunk. So what I did is I went to my friend at Walmart at Jones Loop, Dale, and I said, Dale, listen, I need some socks. I said, we're running a thing here for the kids. Is there any way, if you have any extra socks or old socks, whatever, no problem, Joe, anything for you. So he goes to go get the socks. Well, I'm standing at the customer service station there. Here comes Andrew Sheets. Comes up to me with his daughter, was with him. He says to me, hey, Joe, he says, hey, I hope you're not one of the officers to contribute to the legal fund of Chief Tom Lewis. And I turned around to him and I said to him, Andrew, I can't believe you haven't seen it. I thought I was in the paper. I gave Chief Lewis $50,000 towards his legal fund. Just as a joke.
Okay.
This is the conversations we had with this guy. You know, a good thing I wasn't being videoed then. I probably would have been on YouTube too.
Okay.
But I never thought, because we had these conversations before, you know, joking conversations, okay, about.
But are you aware
things.
you're aware that he's with Charlotte County COPWATCH?
Yeah, I understand that.
And you're aware that they are negative towards law enforcement.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Dave. I've known that for many, many years. When I was sheriff's office, I still had these conversations with him. Private conversations, never videotaped. This is the first time this guy ever did something like this.
Okay. Are you aware, though, he videotapes officers?
No, I was not aware of that.
Okay. Did you see him wearing some type of body camera?
I don't recall seeing that, no.
Did you see him holding some type of camera?
You know what? He did say something to me. He said to me that, and I don't know, I can't recall everything. He had something white in his hand, okay? But it was down on his side. It wasn't like facing me or nothing like that. And I didn't question him because I didn't know what he had, okay? Because wouldn't expect him to do that to me because he's always respected me. I never thought he would do something like this to me. And I'm very sorry that this happened.
That's why he calls you buddy?
Huh? Yeah, he probably did. Yeah, because
Or you call him buddy?
Because we had that relationship for a year. Never had a problem with this.
Okay.
You know?
Well, let me ask you this. Immediately when the video starts, he doesn't miss a beat. He starts talking about the hiring of Chief Davis. He didn't mention her name, but he mentions how they hired somebody from a corrupt agency and what's going on, everything.
The only thing I remember with that...
So like his first sentence wasn't... you know, like, hey, Joe, how you doing? How's the kids? It was immediately, hey, you know, how are they hiring somebody from a corrupt agency?
That's how he approached it. Like I just gave you that example of the Tom Lewis thing. Same thing. That's how he does. That's just how he starts off.
Okay.
And with me anyway.
Okay.
And and when he talked about my chief, my new chief, or corruption, whatever, you know, and I kind of smirk, laugh it off because, you know, these are some of the things that how it happens. Our conversations go. But when he started talking about Chief Pam, hey, I told him, I said, listen, you know, I've met her a couple times. Very nice lady, very sweet lady, that kind of stuff, you know.
Okay. Did you, before you went to the Easter egg hunt or Easter egg event where this was videoed, were you at a different detail? Before that, was it at Lashley Park?
I was.
Gun rally.
Yeah,
The gun march.
No.
You weren't there?
No, I was at a detail. Actually, wasn't that? It was the American Heart Association.
Okay, so you didn't see before this event at the tent at 3941 Miami. You didn't see Andrew Sheets at a different event.
No, I was at the like I said, was the Heart Walk for Heart or whatever.
Okay.
That was a detail.
So you guys started engaging in conversations.
Well, he did, but yes.
And there, well, it was a.
I responded, yeah.
More of a dialogue.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be rude to the guy. I never was rude to the guy. Okay. I had no reason to be rude to the guy and cause any problems with with our department or anything else. Okay.
How would you classify his conversation with you? His comments, were they positive, negative towards the police department and the sheriff's department?
I don't think he's really. I don't remember him saying about our chief Pamela Davis's thing up in Baltimore. Also, I do remember him asking me about what kind of person I met her or something like kind of person. I told him that she was a sweet lady, that she was a nice lady, and I met her a few times. Now with the sheriff's office, he's always been negative to the sheriff's office. He's always been negative to Bill Prummell. He brought up to me, and that's why Mike Anderson name came out. He brought up before another conversation about Mike Anderson. Okay, so that's why this went on. Okay.
Okay. All right. The video goes on. The conversation He talks about your tag light. You remember that?
Yeah, he mentioned about my tag being. He said I was going to stop you or pull you over or something like that, being your tag light out. So
okay.
Yeah, but that's the dialogue we always had. Those type of things. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm so confused about this whole thing with him and me.
As a conversation, because you guys walk to your car and you walk back after you looked at the tag light, then the conversation eventually goes to the sheriff's department and the Robert Tuck incident and his IA.
Actually, he talked to Robert Tuck IA. I don't know if it was at that time or maybe it was before that time. Okay, but he mentioned about Robert Tuck.
And he mentions that he mentioned his tipsters a lot. He mentioned there's a tip written in crayon and the sheriff covering up the allegations.
Don't remember any of that stuff, okay. David. It wasn't because it didn't concern me. Okay. Really, because he always brings up things about the sheriff's office, and I just blow those. I blow it off. I blow him off. You know what I mean? I don't engage with that kind of stuff with him.
Well, let me ask this on the video, and this is the crux of the main complaint here. While he's talking about that Tuck IA with you, you interrupted him and said, unprovoked, you said, Mike Anderson thing, you see that one? Years ago, got caught back of the patrol car with some chick. Years ago, many years ago. What was that all about?
The same thing, because him and I had these conversations before, not only about Bill Prummell, but like Mike Anderson name come up in the past and all that. And I was just feeding into him. I was just joking around with him, David. This whole thing was supposed to be, I thought, a joking around type of thing, like we always had in the past. And we go back.
And this Mike Anderson is Major Mike Anderson. Correct?
Yes,
and I know Mike Anderson.
No, that's the Mike Anderson I know. I know who he's talking about because he mentioned Mike Anderson before in the past.
Well, on this video, what made you bring up Mike Anderson when Mike Anderson was never a topic of the conversation?
Because I know how he feels towards Prummell and Mike Anderson because their names came up before.
Well, why did you?
I don't know why. I don't know why I made that comment, David. You know what? Like I said, I'm sorry for making that comment. I really apologize. Again, if I, especially if I knew I was being videotaped, I would never even got into any conversation about anything. I would have been going somewhere else with it. Just not being rude, but just going somewhere else with him with it.
If this was Mike Anderson talking about you, how would you feel?
I'd be hurt too. I don't blame Mike for being hurt. Okay. You know, I would go over there and apologize to Mike. Absolutely, and I need to apologize to Mike. But I knew this was going on. This I think so. So I wouldn't do that. But I would go over once this is all over. I would go to Mike Anderson and say, Mike, because Mike and Anderson and I go back a long time. Okay, now the political thing started up and all that kind of stuff and whatever case may be. But I don't blame Mike for being upset. I'd be upset too. No doubt about it. I'd be upset.
Okay.
But it takes a bigger man to actually admit and apologize, and I would do that in a heartbeat to Mike Anderson. I have no problem with that. Again, I'm very sorry for the comments that I made. You know, those comments been made then. I had past conversations with this guy. Never in the world think this guy would ever videotape me and then put it on YouTube.
You spent 26 years at the Sheriff's Department?
I have, yes.
And you left in good standing.
Yes.
And you valued your legacy there and your years of service there, right?
I do, yes.
So as far as the police department moving on and working with the sheriff and the sheriff's office on a daily basis and in the future, you see how comments about Mike Anderson, and there's also comments.
David, did these comments happen? You know what? I'm not the only one who made comments like when guys get to. Come on, let's be realistic. Guys make comments, things like this.
Well,
all the time. But not videoed. Yeah. You know, if I knew it was video, I would never entertain this.
Well, let me ask you this though: if it wasn't videoed and Mike and Andrew Sheets filed a complaint on behalf of Mike Anderson that you're talking negative about somebody at the sheriff's department, would that make it any different?
If it wasn't videoed?
Yes.
Well, what if I file a complaint against Andrew Sheets for making bad remarks towards Mike Anderson and Bill PRUMMELL and whatever? I mean,
well, but you are sitting under a police department tent.
I understand.
You're wearing a police department uniform. You're getting paid by the police department.
I understand.
So,
I understand. It was the comments were not right comments to make. Again, you know.
He's talking very negative about the sheriff's department and talking.
He always does, though.
As a swingers club.
Yeah, he always does that, though. That's just him. You know, and he knows he can come to me and say things to me because I listen. Okay, he knows I've known this guy for years, more than anybody he probably here knows this guy. Back with the sheriff's office, and never had a problem with this guy. And we always had this crazy joking. You know, and you know, I should never have been joking around. I should have never been joking around.
When you were running for sheriff,
I'm sorry.
Was he part of a forum where he asked questions about to the candidates like yourself?
I don't remember that.
You remember him asking questions about body cameras and things?
I don't recall that. No, he never. He wouldn't make that. Those comments during one of the campaigns. One of the comments were made. I think it was actually during the Lovejoy one that we did, but I don't think it came from Mike. It came from actually, I think, the person putting on the event.
Okay. You understand how some of our policies and procedures, and the ones that were mentioned in your accusation letter, we have to have, as far as public opinions and controversial or statements about people and about other members of agencies we need to work with?
I understand, and you know what? Is it right? No. Does it go on every day? Absolutely, it does. Should it go on? No. I am so, David. Listen to me. I can't imagine this even happening right now because, like I told you earlier, him and I always had these type of conversations, joking conversations, back and forth. Never would in my world. And listen to me. And to this day, I learned a lesson over this. I learned a big lesson over this. It's like, you know what? We teach our kids, and when we're in school, we teach kids. You know, you make a mistake, you don't do that again. You learn by your mistakes. And believe me, I learned by my mistakes. Now, would I be rude to Andrew Sheets if he comes up to me tomorrow? Am I upset what he did? Oh, absolutely.
Well, let me ask you this.
Would I be rude to him? I would never be rude to him because that's not our brand here at Punta Gorda Police Department.
Well, let me just clarify the mistake. Is the mistake that it was on video and you got caught, or is the mistake that you made the comments?
The comments.
Okay.
Comments.
What about, there were some comments about former Sheriff Cameron, too.
He made comments about that, yes.
And you made comments about him.
The comments only I made is what I heard that everybody else has heard. Like, you've heard, I've heard, everyone heard all this stuff like Bill Cameron didn't run for office. Okay? That's nothing. That's all public. That was out there. That's nothing to hide. That was out in the public.
So you heard some rumors about maybe...
I heard rumors. I don't know if they're true or not.
Okay.
I have no idea if they're true or not. I wasn't there. You know?
Okay. All right. Mike Anderson, and if I asked you this before already, but there's nothing that you have against Mike Anderson or Major Mike Anderson from a professional relationship moving forward?
No, not at all. Again, it was all in a joking manner. The comments were in a joking manner, like Andrew Sheets and I have had for years. And I'm so sorry. Those comments should never have been made. I've learned from this. I learned hard from this. Okay, and I apologize to Mike Anderson, to the sheriff, to Pam Davis, to anyone. Listen, that's not Joe Angelini. Everybody knows what type of person Joe Angelini is. Okay, the comments. Again, if I was videotaped, I would never had these conversations because we had these conversations in the past, you know. But
do you think, and you've probably answered this, so forgive me, but do you think these misrepresent what the PGPD strives to be and what it expects from Officer Angelini and all of our officers?
Absolutely, absolutely, David. Yes.
All right, and you've already said this, but you said, my last question was, in hindsight, is there anything different you'd like to do regarding this interaction? And you wouldn't have had a conversation, is that accurate?
I would never had a conversation with him.
Taped or non-taped?
Yeah, taped or not? I mean, yeah, taped or not taped. Absolutely.
Okay.
And I would, and right now, I would go over to the sheriff's office, meet Mike Anderson, buy him lunch, and tell him I'm so sorry, Mike, because it wasn't meant to hurt you or anyone else. It was a bad judgment on me. Okay, I've learned, Mike. I've learned from this. This would never ever happen again. Believe it or not. Next time this guy's, when he ever makes contact with me, you know, interacts with me, you know what? It's going to be just completely on duty or off duty in a professional matter, you know, and just get away from whatever he says and not answer any of his crazy questions or, you know, towards me, whatever. It's this whole thing is just crazy. It was a joke. I thought this thing was a joke, and it's not a good joke, David. I learned by that. It's not a good joke. Okay, I made a big mistake.
How does this whole investigation make you feel?
Oh, I feel like crap. I've been feeling like crap. You have no idea, because I have a great reputation here in the city of Punta and from the county. You know, I'm involved in all kinds of things. This makes me like, yeah, it makes me feel like crap. Right. Yeah.
Joe, is there anything you want to add, change, or delete from what you've told me?
No, I'm just so sorry, David. I'm just so sorry. I have not, you know what, this has been bothering me ever since this was brought to my attention. You know, when I got served this, it was before Easter. Joe, have a good Easter, blah, blah, blah. You know, and how hard it was to have a good Easter, okay? It wasn't good at all, okay? Because that's all. Not was I feeling bad, not about me. I'm feeling more hurt for Mike, okay? Because he's the victim in this, okay? He's the victim in this, and I felt bad, and I wanted to go call I wanted to go call Mike right away, but I know that once there's an IA, you can't do things like that, okay? But and when this is over, I want to go to Mike. I want to go to him and like say and apologize and tell him I'm so sorry. But people need and I want people to know, and the comments were made should have never been made. Absolutely should have never been made.
What do you think the public thinks if they saw this video? Because it has been taken down.
It has?
Yes. It's in here.
Okay.
There's a paperwork that says it shows it's been taken down, so it's no longer accessible via the internet.
Thank God.
Via the YouTube.
I feel great.
But the people,
Thank God.
it might have taken several days or a week or longer. I'm not sure, but the people that saw you in a police department uniform talking about somebody that the sheriff's department and somebody that they know at the.
It's not good.
Okay.
It's not good at all.
All right. Is everything you've told me in this statement the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
It is, David. Yes, absolutely.
All right. This will end the statement.
My favorite.
What are you doing, buddy?
I'm walking around with my press pass that I printed on my printer. Dude, why did they hire somebody from the most corrupt place in the nation?
Unbelievable.
Okay, even you're flipping out on that one, right? No comment?
No comment.
Dude, it's so corrupt they're gonna freaking disband the damn department. It's so bad. What? You're speechless. All right, there you go. Okay, so one of my tipsters said that, dude, that since she's been in, she's cleaning house, or they're just quitting because she's cleaning house.
No.
No?
No, people are retiring.
Can I get a bag?
Yeah, take what you want. No, people are retiring.
Oh, that's what it was?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. She's a very nice lady.
Is she?
Yeah, very nice lady.
Did you hear? I actually was nice. I met her. We chatted.
Good.
See? I'm not always a dick. Come on, man.
No, she's a very nice lady. She's gonna bring her own stuff, and she's
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, is she gonna bring body cameras?
She's gonna. Well, you know, when it comes to body cams, that's talking about money now. So I don't know. I mean, that's something you got to get approved by the city council and things like that. You know. Right. So, but no one's against that. Right. At all. No, that's a good tool for all four.
Both sides, dude.
Both sides.
Both sides.
Yeah.
Now, you got to admit, like, as an example of how it would have been nice to have that, did you see the latest dog ball in Northport?
No.
Oh, my God. No. Dude, it was bad. The guy was wasted. He tripped on his own feet, fell down. Then they tased him. Then they beat him. Then they got the dog out and almost ate his arm off.
Northport?
Totally serious. The same cycle that ate the other ones, it's the same steroids. I think it's inbreeding.
Hey, what happened with Kevin Faber today? What is that?
Nobody will talk, man. Oh my God! I called the house. I'm gonna frickin' sue you. I'm like, you can get
forever. That guy.
And some of my tipsters that work there, they're like, "What's up? He was a nice guy." Did you see that? Just to rub it in his face, they're asking for that job on the Facebook page for the sheriff. Just to rub it in his face.
They're asking for that job.
Well, the job that he used to do, the financial thing,
Yeah.
they're actually have it on the sheriff's page. We need another person for that. They're basically saying right to his face, and everybody that knows him, "We just fired you. We need another one." That's pretty mean, right?
Yeah.
So what did he do to deserve that?
Yeah.
Right?
Kevin's a good guy, nice guy.
Everybody said that.
Yeah.
Everybody, all my tipsters are like, "What?"
Yeah.
Nobody will say.
Huh.
I don't get it either. Okay, when is Cassini finally gone?
What's he got?
Cassini, when is he going to be finally gone?
Oh,
come on, man. Come on video, come on. All right. That's...
You know what? I stay out of all that stuff. I don't like to get involved in all that stuff.
Right. Politics?
You know what? Yeah, you know what? My job here is protecting people.
Right.
You know, I'm not in that position, you know.
Right.
I tried for that position. You saw that.
Yes, you did.
But,
you did? Everybody did, and then they get somebody from Baltimore, the most corrupt place in the nation.
No, I'm talking about for the sheriff's job.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Yeah. You didn't try for the... Okay, all right.
Yeah, no.
Did you see in the paper today, their curmudgeon said, Howard Koenig is the best ever. I'm like, that's why the lady's dead, because he freaking hired Tom Lewis, man. Come on. Oh, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
All right. No. How did he get a job at the towing company for 80 grand?
Oh, he's not making that kind of money. But he's making good money, but he's not making that kind of money.
Okay, so a tipster told me that.
Yeah, no.
No?
Tips are wrong.
Okay, all right. But he did get a job there.
Yeah, he's friends with Joey.
Right.
Of PRUMMELL.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. So at least he's got a job now.
Yeah, he's making good money too. Yeah.
Right. Why, he's on the road or in the office?
No, he manages the office.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
so
he manages.
So I'm close there. I can go by and say hi?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'd like to say hi to you.
Hey, by the way, what is your opinion of this, dude? You've heard me say it, and I'll say it right now, man. We need cops, just not corrupt ones, right?
Why?
We need cops, but not corrupt ones. I always say that, okay? I really do, okay? What do you say about this? Dude, we've had a psycho stalker down the road for a year. You know I got cameras all over the house.
You're in the county, though.
I know, I just want an opinion. Okay, so we got tons of video of these nutcases. They're Republicans, they're Trump supporters. He painted his tree with Trump. That's hardcore. And he supports Bill PRUMMELL. I was there in the 2016 election. They were there at the same meeting. They're friends. I'm dead serious. Okay, so he's been doing a bunch of psycho stuff we have on video. My wife couldn't take it. We filed a complaint with the sheriff's office finally. Oh, thank you. Guess what? Yeah, you already know the answer. I'm sorry, we can't help you. You can't see the face clear enough. What?
Hey, what's all this stuff on that we're getting emails about all the stuff in the sheriff's office, and they're asking for all kinds. I guess they're public information stuff. Public
yes.
records.
Yes.
Is that you asking for that stuff?
I don't know.
I get emails. They're saying it's a whole bunch of. I mean, you need like $20-some thousand or whatever it is.
Oh, that was crazy. Okay, do you know what that was? Discipline memos. Discipline memos. They don't want to cough it up, dude. 16 grand. Wow, what's in there? Okay, I can beat that though. My COPWATCH friend from Homestead, Florida, who's doing pro se and kicking the city's ass. It's awesome. But anyways, really smart. He's a PhD. He goes, I can beat all of yours, right? Because my friend from Tampa, he's fighting Pinellas County Sheriff's corruption. He got one for 50 grand. Okay, my friend from Homestead, I can beat that. I go, what do you mean? I can beat that. He got one for $1.2 million. I know. So when you get something like that, that's ding, 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 something's wrong, right? Yeah. Well, even with Kasey, we asked for the his testimony, you know, after the shooting, and to get the video of the shooting. Oh, they want big money.
How come?
The tipster that we got from Punta Gorda, I have no idea who it is, because they fear Punta Gorda, the government, that much. They told me that if you get you know, his testimony and compare it to the video, completely did perjury.
So why don't you just get the testimony out?
They're asking too much money, man. Like 100 plus, I can't do that, man.
$100?
Yeah, more than $100 bucks. In fact, that one might have even been 400.
That there would be good for you, though. That'd be a good one. That'd be a good investment right there.
Well, I know, but there again, we've told Pam about it. So, like I said, me and Pam had a good conversation. I was at one of the functions for PGI. I met her there, got 10 minutes with her, and she's like, once I get settled in, then maybe we can talk about community. She goes, you don't live here. I go, but I drive through there, right? That counts. You can still pop me. So supposedly in the near future, she said she would sit down and. But you're right. She was. I know, but she came from a really corrupt place, dude. I mean, when you got to disband the whole department, right?
Yeah.
So you know what? That's one reason why I do the. I know a person that does a mass email to let all you guys know that there's stuff here, that stuff. Like one of my tipsters from the sheriff's office. Even that person said, I never knew how corrupt it was until I met you. I'm serious. That's how bad. What? Well, not so mean. There's some situations at Punta Gorda too, but the sheriff's is really off the chart. I mean, really bad. Hey, we were going to send a video. Did you know the license plate is out?
Whose license plate?
We got the car DVR cameras because you know.
Whose car?
Your car.
A patrol car?
Yeah.
It's out.
I swear we were behind you. The license plate lights were out.
My license, my plates,
I swear, dude, my wife was with me. She's like, they get us, get them back. We were going to send you the video, but we forgot. I'm serious. Check it out later, man.
My license plate?
I swear, the license plate lights are out. Because you're supposed to have them on, right?
I'll look at this. You know what? Now you say that, I don't know if we have them on ours.
Oh, none of yours?
I don't know if we have. Now you say that.
I would think you would. It should be under there, isn't it? Oh, do you really hide it? There's one there. Yep. Yeah, it was out. Well, she said that because one of her Filipino friends got pulled over for something really stupid. So she's like, get him back. All right. But anyway, so that's why I do the emails to all you guys. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah, everybody gets them. Everybody.
I know. But there again,
I like it.
Well, like I said,
I got a kick out of it.
That's a ton of people don't know what's going on. I mean, it's bad. I mean, look at Robert Tuck. Did you hear how I got that? This is how bad it is. All of a sudden, I opened my mailbox, you know, some months ago. I see this weird-looking letter.
Getting more stuff, guys, too. I got stuff on the way down. I got 30 minutes. So, some good stuff. But you can take what you want if you see anything you want. I ran the stuff, but we got stuff coming back down. So, we're still around. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so somebody sent me a letter in the mail. It was written with a freaking crayon. Then the part in the side was done on a typewriter, and that's how we got the tip on Robert Tuck. Because it literally said in there, the sheriff is covering this up. You're the one to get it out. We did it, and then it went everywhere. That's how bad. Dude, did you read the report on that? That dude's he's a piece of shit, man. Yeah, he's
the one with the girl thing or whatever.
Yes, he was doinking them every. And did you? I actually got the audio when they interviewed him.
Mike Anderson thing. You should see that one.
Really?
Years ago. He was, got caught in the back of a patrol car or some shit.
What? Wow. When was that?
That was years ago. Many years ago.
All right. Wow. I don't know if you saw one of the emails. That's what I literally said is. Yep. Go ahead. I already forgot what was I saying? I already forgot. I'm sad. Corruption everywhere, yes. Oh, I even asked, did you see one of the emails? I even said, is this a swingers club at the sheriff's office?
Oh, no.
Because everybody's fucking each other. What? Did you hear that's why Cameron left? He was doinking Chandler's wife.
Is that who he was doing?
His wife said, if you do not quit, we're divorced. Made him quit. Totally serious.
See, I heard they got caught. I heard they were swingers and they teams or something.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you serious? Yeah. Oh my God. That's why they had to leave again and come back?
Yeah, he thinks he's Mr. Clean, that camera.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of crap on him too.
Right. Well, that's how Bill PRUMMELL got it, because he got busted and then Bill was next up, next one up. What's that?
Was him and Bill buddies? Is that how he got the job?
Yes, that's how he got the job. They were buddies. Bill was like, I'm busted, I can't do it. Because he was running and then all of a sudden he pulled out, remember? Yeah. That's why. He got busted by the wife. Apparently he didn't like him swinging with that one. Oh. This is sad, man. Come on. Wow. Just like I said, we need cops just not corrupt on, right? Right. And stop the war on drugs and stop policing for profit. That's my opinion. Why, are you going to be there for the challenge climbing down the building? All right. You're not going to do that?
Is that the challenge with
April 14th.
With the chief and
yes.
And
yeah.
PRUMMELL?
Yeah, you're not going to go? No.
Where are they doing that at?
What is that? The SunTrust building? What building is down there that's tall?
Fort Charlotte.
Yeah, correct. Yep.
Yeah.
So, anyways, all right. The wife's going to kill me if she catches me here. She's at the gym.
Oh, okay.
Good to see you, man.
Brother. Yes. Okay.
You got my email if you ever get anything.
Okay.
See you, man.
All right.
County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain. Hey, Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch. I am using any video here with under fair use. If you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc., and please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.